So we're starting our lesson. This recording will be for those who missed this lesson. Dmitry, let's check your trades first of all.
So you see, for the last month, I got only 3 trades from 28th November, 7 December, and one was recently, just yesterday.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yesterday was quite good, but there was a zone. Let me find this one here. And what I did, I just add $10 to set up everything, to put a stop loss and
beacon, a
everything.
kind of beacon. Yes, that's the
And
word.
and there's $2. Oh, no, not $2. I think it was $10 with me. Biome, yeah, 970. So, and it didn't came into the zone, so it didn't actually catch all my limit order, what I set up, and that's where I close it.
But
2.10.
the setup, the workout is really ideal. I even can't add something because everything is done according to the rules. You managed, you forced enough yourself not to catch the late train, as we usually say. You managed to withstand this pressure and desire to load all the volume. You just missed the opportunity to load with the full volume that the situation, frankly speaking, didn't give this opportunity, and you withstand this really good. The workout is really good. Nevertheless, that there was a really low volume. The situation was ideal. The workout is ideal. Really, really good. Let's watch what's next.
Big time. I didn't put anything. I think there was a maybe density or something. I marked it as a zone, but I don't think it was a zone. Oh, maybe this one here. No, but yeah, it could be.
Yeah, maybe you would better switch to
Yeah.
1 minute
That
time
was
frame to better recognize it. Yes, maybe if there were some volumes in this area, that could be a zone, but I do not like how it distinguish from from this area. It doesn't catch an eye. I would say it doesn't catch an eye that this is a threshold or something like this, but this time you was lucky enough to catch the pullback. But anyway, you see, if it was a really strong zone, the reaction will be much more drastic. But in your case, if you zoom out, you see that a kind of chainsaw began, and there was quite yes, a kind of fishbone, but you fixed, and that was the right decision. Anyway, the first trade was really good. This trade is so, but let's watch the last one. There was a zone as well, yes.
Yes, I think that was. Let me close this one here.
I see a kind of order block, but first of all, I think there was two an old one, and the second argument is that there was a kind of pump, as you see. There was a really
what I thought is gonna pull back from the zone, quick approach, but it just continued to go up. So
not
yeah,
bad.
wasn't too good.
There was a good attempt, but anyway, I recommend for the last period of market stage, I really recommend to pay attention more to long zones rather than short zones, because the market in general is pumping. You see that what is happening with altcoins, they all of them are pumping, and that's more sense. There is more sense to find long setups rather than short setups. I think they are working much more better. The cumulative profit is getting better. That's good. So I
It's not
think
that many trades. That's why it's just
yes, several
one
trades,
trade a week. It's not good.
but they are quite of higher quality. They are of higher quality, and they are more accurate. Anyway, there is plenty room of to work out with. There are some things to make them better. And finally, maybe after today's lesson, maybe you will find out new strategy for yourself to combine with the zones, because this strategy is quite clear. The most really obvious advantage of this trade that I really like is the really clear and very perspective ratio of stop loss to potential profit. Very short stop loss and good potential profit. So thank you for your trades. Let's switch to the theoretical part. You're doing well, and Yanislav, especially when you are getting into new strategy, don't forget to trade with very low volume till you grab really good statistics.
Yeah, I trade with low volume.
Yes, and Dmitry, you as well, if you gonna try this. So let's check to let's switch to this strategy. What I really want you to show. This is the pullback that I managed to work out today. There was TIA USDT. I will show you it on the. Oh, I closed. I think I closed the terminal. I'll show you.
One question regarding the pullbacks. I see on FXS there's a big density. It's about $100,000 in there, but the coin itself is not really. There's no volumes in there today.
Let's check. If there is no volume, we better skip this, because for really good workout as well as breakout strategy, we really need really good volatility, really good volume. So your question is right. You'd better skip this if there is no volume. Just a moment.
And also there was one on Solana today, but I'm not quite sure what is the good density for Solana to work out. There was 1.5 million there today.
Let's check.
And I literally
just a moment.
Yeah, no problem.
Dima, what you mean about volume?
So density, for example, for the small, like coins, what is not really volatile. Yeah,
half a million for Solana will be good. Will be really
half
good.
a million,
yeah. Half a million.
That's what I mean. So we check in for the normal coins like 300,000.
Yes,
density.
Absolutely. 300 will be enough, but in case of Solana, XRP, Ripple, and some fat guys, that it's gonna be much more safe, much more safety if you try to find the densities, the sizes of no less than half a million. But it depends on the situation. Sometimes it could be smaller, but the situation is quite safe. Where did you find this on Solana?
It was on screen, but I didn't mark the price. I think it was something 72.91, something like that, close to that. And there was two levels. I thought they're gonna break through the level, the local level.
They
and
already
catch that
cancelled, I think. But anyway.
Yeah, and it looks like they actually it's pulled back from that region there. Anyways, it's now.
Yeah, I will show you
some...
today's situation on TIA USDT. Now I'm searching, just a moment. Okay. Yes, that was a quite clear. Yes, that was a quite clear level for the first time. For the first time, if I'm not mistaken, it was here.
Share your screen, Roman.
Ah, sorry. Yes. For the first time, there was a very clear level, and that's quite dangerous aspect when we have a limit order on the level, because there is a high chance that we will execute this limit order and there will be breakout. But those limit orders were placed far above this level, and what I was expecting, I was waiting for several touches and finally breakout, and this breakout occurred finally, and the price really strongly hit this limit order, and from this limit order I was placing several limit orders for sale, and there was a really good trade. There was a pullback, and the price really showed me the instant profit. There was, as you see, this trade, as you see. There was a breakout here. We have really good size of more than $300,000. And finally, I placed several limit orders here. 3 of them were executed, and instantly I had this profit. There was ideal situation because there was a level that was broken, and at the end of this movement, most part of these scalpers fixed their position because they were afraid of this limit order. They didn't manage to take the risk to continue this movement, and they just fixed here. There was a point of collective decision making, and there was a pullback. So what is our perfect setup? What we should find in this case? We should find something like this. This is the formation for breakout. This is the huge limit order on the way of this breakout. Sometimes, of course, we will have such a kind of breakouts. There will be losses because sometimes we can't predict the power of this impulse, but after some time, after some screen time, you will be able to distinguish such situations where you can catch a pullback, where you shouldn't do this because the activity is too aggressive and very high. This situation is ideal. When we break the level, we grab this liquidity, and finally we pull back from this limit order. Another one situation, when we come to the level for the second time, we can catch very short pullback from this limit order because we have risk to have something like this. But this situation is much more reliable. I really recommend you to work out only this kind of situation. And what I managed to do for today was the same, absolutely the same. As you see, there was really good. How should we find the the limit orders itself, we should use this mobchart.com. I send it to our Discord, where useful soft. Here you can see mobchart.com. You just log in and use this crypto screener. It's extremely useful and very intuitive and easy to use. We go to here to this section, we switch to Binance Futures, then we go to settings and we set up $300,000 here, the minimal size of the limit order that we are interested in. Then the order distance in percent, it could be 3% and so on. We can copy it for Telegram. You can set up, connect your Telegram to make it possible to send you fresh limit orders that appeared in the horizon, so we can watch it, so we can control it and monitor. That's all. So we watch what's interesting. Let's, for example, see something that's really close is less interesting for us, but anyway, for example, big time 0.4, 0.713. That's we are looking for, but on the logic of this limit order is not suitable for us. Why? Because it's placed on not so logical and interesting place. For example, it could be a spoofer. It could be just a spoofer. We are not interested in such a limit order. Let's imagine, for example, another situation. What will be logical and suitable for us? For example, let's predict and some future actions. We see such a kind of consolidation. And where should we watch the limit order? We can watch it here, or we can watch it here. Below or above this consolidation. For what? Just to catch the price, the pullback from instant impulse. Short impulse and the pullback, or long impulse and the pullback. There will be our entry points. And other cases we are not interested in, because there will be too much gambling if you will try to use every limit order you see in this screener. I think that's all. That's quite easy to understand. The logic of entry is quite clear as well. We do not recommend to use 5x leverage. For example, it will be $500. We place $100, $100, $100, 1 and 1. And in case of and stop loss here, you can put the pending orders of the same amount, or you can open a really small amount just to place the limit order above this stop loss above this limit order. In case it will hit the limit order drastically, you will be happy to be executed on all your 5x volume, but be careful to watch what is happening next. If we are executing this limit order really fast, I really recommend you to cancel the order, just to press D to close the deal, to close the trade before activation of stop loss, because there could be a very fast squeeze in this case. But anyway, if you, in many cases, as I did for today, there was a really good hit only one of my limit order failed to be executed, but the reaction was really good. The reaction was instant and gave me a good profit. After 0.5% of movement, we are starting fixing by the market, by small parts. It could be the same volumes, 5 times by 100. That's all for the theory, and maybe let's watch some setups just to be able to distinguish the market makers or spoofers from the really good and reliable limit orders. In this case, for example, we are not interested because the place where we have this limit order is quite infringed many times by the price. Maybe you can as well look to this screener and find some really good potential limit orders, or maybe you have some questions.
I got a question about live spam. How long that limit order should be, or you just checking everything what is just even span in there, and you just checking if it's legit when it touches it.
That's a good question, but anyway, the more is the lifespan of this limit order, the older it's the more reliable it is, because the chance that this limit order is spoofer is lower and lower as soon as the time goes. That's why, for example, when we have a limit order 11 hours, that's more reliable than we have it for 1 minute. The chances of that there is a spoofer when we have it during 1 minute is much higher. As you see, that's quite logical. But anyway, nevertheless, what size do we have? That's much more important where it's placed. If it's placed in the logical space where, as I showed you, it will be much more reliable than another limit order placed somewhere inside the range, but for 11 hours. It could be just a spoof, just a market maker. Anyway, I hope I clearly answered your questions. If not, I will try again. I mean that.
No, yeah, I get it.
Yes, lifespan is quite important parameter, and the older the size is, the better it's for us. But anyway, another really important aspect is where it's placed. TAUSDT 2 and 4%. Let's watch. Where I placed this TAUSDT. That's a kind of place where we not interested to catch it, because why it's not comfortable for us to catch a pullback from this limit order. It's quite huge. It's about let's just calculate.
It can break out.
Yes, it's because it can bring us to the breakout. It's about more than $200, almost $300. That's not bad, but we had too many touch to this level. And if, for example, we had something like this, we do not have something like this. If there was a first approach and we have this, that's okay. There was too low power for buyers to break this structure. They will probably pull back to accumulate their power again. And in this case, we can catch. But in this case, it's too dangerous. I would probably, in case of really good volatility, I would probably take a breakout. But we are not talking about breakout this time. That's another story. For breakout, this structure is not suitable as well, because it's not so active. I see no volumes rising and so on. So let's watch.
There's on meme, there's 300,000 on the price.
Yes, but on Mema there are really clever and really fast and active market makers. These limit orders are of market makers. They are moving after the price. You can just watch if the price instantly increase for several percent. This pile of limit orders will probably as well make a movement not to execute all these limit orders. There are limit orders of market makers. They are worse than spoofers, frankly speaking, and they are just trying to control the price.
Shiba, what about Shiba? Is it reliable?
What's the
There's
price?
700,000 at the moment at the price 009861.
09
009861. I will try to find it in the book now.
Here I see, yes. That's not bad, but the place where do we have this? Quite interesting. We have zone here. Look at this. If we have, frankly speaking, you can check this. If we have a volume in this zone, it really looks that if we will, it just replaced, if I'm not mistaken. In this case, it's much worse. But anyway, if we, for example, if we will have a correction to this zone, if it's zone, of course, if there are some volumes, it will be those situations that I mentioned where we have a really good pullback inside the zone. We can rely on this limit order and try to work it out. That's not bad. It will play for us as a support. Of course, it's if it's not a spoofer. If it's not a spoofer, we can catch this moment. Yes, we can place this situation on our working space and just watch. Maybe that will be a really good setup. From the theoretical point of view, I think that's all for today. I will stop the recording.